Hey everybody, it's Robot from Vespa Motorsport and ScooterWest.com. For all things Vespa, check us out on the web, ScooterWest.com. So here I have the stock chrome lollipop mirrors that are found on virtually every single GTS ever created. That's the stock style mirrors. They kind of changed up the style starting in 2018. Unfortunately, a lot of the aftermarket mirrors that we've had available for the newer style scooters aren't compatible with the threaded insert on the left-hand mirror. They use right-hand threads now on the left-hand mirror, and the idea is if you hit the mirror, it will loosen towards you and not tighten up or break the mirrors if you go down. So that's the idea behind it. They've been doing those style mirrors on the Primaveras and Sprints and even the last of the LX. I want to show you what adapters are needed to put the Tuono style mirrors on this scooter. That's our very popular sport style mirror. Super easy to install. Let me get started. Let me show you the tools needed. So two basic tools, just a ratchet with a 14mm socket and a pair of wrenches, 14mm and 17mm. So take your 17mm wrench and remove the existing mirrors. As all these GTSs have, they have a rubber cap. Starting in 2018, they redesigned the reservoir cover so you can gain access to the nut a lot easier versus the older style that you need to remove the cover. So on the right-hand thread side, let's go ahead and turn it counterclockwise to loosen, then spin the head off. It's just loosening, that's a lock nut that's on the mirror. Most mirrors are set up this way with a lock nut that threads against the shaft that goes into the mirror perch. Then move on to your right side. It's gonna be a little different for these newer styles. So you wanna righty-tighty. So clockwise, go ahead and turn a wrench clockwise, then turn the mirror clockwise to unthread the existing mirror. So in order to install the Tuono mirrors, you're gonna need a pair of adapters that we have available. This is the reverse thread one. Part number is MR-AD-6. And then the standard one that just converts the 8mm threads to the 10mm threads is MR-AD-1. And look in the description, you don't need to write those down. I'll have the part numbers in there as well. So take your 14mm socket, take the reverse threaded adapter that has like a notch in the nut section. That's pretty standard anytime you have right-hand threads, and go ahead and turn this counterclockwise to tighten this adapter in. Let's go ahead and put the adapter in. I like to use a 1/4" drive socket or ratchet. I have a little bit more feel for it. Snug it up pretty good, but don't over tighten it because these are they're a little more fragile than a standard bolt that you tighten. Then move on to your right side and just turn it clockwise like a standard bolt or screw. So now we got the two adapters in there, and they're both tightened up into the mirror perches that are located on the brake reservoirs. And now we can move on to installing the mirrors. So I have a pair of the popular mirror, Tuono style mirrors. Part number on these is MR-25IA. And they include the wrong style adapters. These adapters are for all the GTSs prior to 2017 and prior. So you want to take the adapters, just unthread them both off. And the next step, we're going to reuse the rubber bushings that are part of the chrome lollipops. So we'll take these two lock nuts off and get these existing rubber boots off. You can use these, they just don't quite line up as well with the body work since there's the shape of the brake reservoir built into the plastic handlebar cover. But go ahead and take your existing mirrors and remove the two rubber boots. And this one's going to be your right boot. You pull the boot right off. And then move on to your left one. Remember that it's got right-hand threads there. Pull that boot off. So go ahead and slide the boot onto the mirror shaft there, just kind of out of the way. Thread the nut back in place. And you could kind of add another 1/4 inch if you want to leave the lock nut there where the mirror's a little higher. You could do that as preference. You don't want to have it so little that there's barely any threads catching, but you know, somewhere right there is where it's going to be the safest. So go ahead, and even though we're on the left side, it's just standard clockwise threads there. And get the mirror, you know, approximately over the grip. You know, it's all personal preference where you may want that. And this one you got to take care when you tighten it, because if you tighten it too tight, you're going to actually loosen the adapter. But you want it tight enough that it doesn't loosen up while you're riding the scooter. And then just slide the rubber boot right over this setup. Pretty much repeat with the other side. Nice thing about this side is a little easier to tighten with the standard clockwise threads on there. And again, right over, see if you go too far, it stops. Go back to where the mirror is right over the grip. 14mm open end wrench. And go ahead and snug the adapter to the, or the lock nut to the adapter. Put the boots over, and there you go, you're all done. So you got a good looking red new Vespa. It looks pretty sporty, or you have the titanium finish one. It's like a nice upgrade that actually functions pretty good as well. So we have other options like bar end mirrors. I'll do some other videos on alternative options. It's always important to have good mirrors on the scooter, even if you want to upgrade the look on the scooter. But pretty simple install for our popular Tuono style mirrors. So that's it, folks. Robot here for Vespa Motorsport and ScooterWest.com. Check us out on the web if you haven't before. Subscribe to our channel. Looking to get 100,000 subscribers to our YouTube channel, but pretty excited. It's over 70 at this point, 70K. Check out all the other videos. I have plenty other videos on putting mirrors on the scooters, including some universal mirrors that will fit these newer GTSs. And watch for the videos in the future. I'm going to do a couple other mirror videos that are related to the newer GTS. Till next time, Robot here.